FIFA 22 Ultimate Edition is now available on Google Stadia for a whopping $100 or £90. The keeper may have fumbled, but Stadia definitely has not this time around. So let's start off with some match gameplay after all of the tutorials and the funky drills to get you into the game, which is a much better intro than FIFA 21 to be completely honest, although it is a little bit cheesy. We get into some matches. Now I don't think we are getting the full 4K here, but it definitely seems to be 1440 pushed up to 4K, which gives an extremely good graphical fidelity here, and it does feel like 60 frames per second as well, which is more important, especially as we're moving around the field quite a lot more fluidly now. And the coloration is just absolutely fantastic here. Google Stadia's colours continuing to pop. Really looking pretty good here on the character models, and as we switch to the kind of cutscene type footage there, we do see a bit of a frame drop. It does seem like they may be capped frames per second on those celebrations and stuff, but otherwise looking extremely fluid here. I was playing on semi-pro, so I did have a good start, but I did start getting hammered a little bit later. I'm still not fantastic at FIFA, although it does seem like it's a slight improvement over 21. I did get a couple of good goals at least, but also made quite a lot of mistakes. As I said, the Ultimate Edition is a whopping $100 or £90, but this does give you 4 days early access to the game. This officially launches on October the 1st, and if you want to buy the Standard Edition at £60 or $70, then you will have to wait a few more days to play, but that will save you $20 to $30, so it really is a matter of preference there. As I said, this is a huge improvement over 21, especially quality-wise. This is a very good port from Google Stadia in my eyes. Previously, we've seen some questionable ports, but this definitely seems to be up on the higher end. So this is the kind of standard matches. As we see, the crowd isn't as clear here as we've seen on some of the other consoles, but certainly pushing next gen now. Would you call this next gen? I will leave that up to you. It's certainly a big improvement on previous ports. So let's dive over to Volta, which is the more arcadey, fun style of football in FIFA. I have to admit, I was really impressed with the quality of Volta here. Like, even the celebrations seem to be 60 frames per second. So there definitely does seem to be some dynamic frame rates or dynamic resolution going on. Volta looks so much clearer to me than the standard matches do. And you'd hope so with it being a lot smaller area and also less players. However, it was extremely fluid and very responsive. I was using the Stadia controller for both the matches and Volta, and there did seem to be a very small amount of input delay, but this may be just FIFA in general, that sometimes it just felt like the input wasn't happening. But that was more apparent in the kind of main matches, and I think that is kind of a feature of the semi-pro model, where it does delay your input slightly to make sure that you get those passes and the other skills off after you've actually pressed the button to pass, etc. Whereas in Volta it was immediate, so I do think that that is a design piece of the game and not a fault of Stadia itself, as Volta was instantaneous and just felt so snappy. As I said, getting easily 60 frames per second here, and it just really takes a bit of getting used to about aiming for that tiny goal, especially at distance. Let us know in the comments below if you prefer Volta or whether you prefer the main matches, and what you think of the Stadia's quality overall here. We'll have some Series X comparisons coming up with Stadia in the next few days, so you can see just how good the quality is versus next gen console. So keep your eye on the channel, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things cloud gaming, and we will see you next time.